Yo, what's going on, everyone? I need to take a break, so I'm hopping on video and just kind of relaxing. Let's wait for everyone to get on. Let me just reach out to everyone. Let me do a shout out to everyone on. Hold on, let me just do a shout out to everyone here. I wish I knew how to spell. Hey, what's going on, Orlando? You made it. Orlando, I forgot where you're at. Are you in I forgot exactly where you are, country-wise. Oh man, what a day! What a day! Let me move my chair back down. Inspirado rupees. What's going on? What's good? Everyone's logging in. Let me fix my chair. Yo, we almost hit 10 cents again, eh? For sharing. Armando. Shout out to Armando. Ari, what's going on? What's up? Yeah, we almost hit 10 cents today. It's pretty crazy. Once we get that nice support level, we get a lot of resistance for sharing around 9.8, 9.9, 9.7. Support is nice. I'm happy with the price, so everything's looking good. Oh, Venezuela. Hey, is it hard? Is it difficult to go from Venezuela to US? Live again, yeah. I just finished a video. So I did a video on masternodes and stuff, and I don't feel like editing. I just feel like doing a live before I go and eat. Saves me from stuffing my face with a lot of food. I gotta, this pandemic, man. I need to hit the gym. Serious. Gotta get ready for that Vegas, right? When Vegas? Yo, Orlando, man, you gonna hook us up? Meet in Vegas? For sure. I know Orlando's down. Venezuela. You know, I heard a lot of stories about Venezuela and some bad stories like how the economy is. But was it easy to go from Venezuela to US? Was it difficult? I heard a lot of stories like just the work, money issues. 1.5 million share good bag. Oh hell yeah. 1.5 is really good. You know what? So someone came onto the stream yesterday. Crypto Cash, his name was. So he sold 3 million share, which was probably worth about 300,000. He sold 300,000 share, but he made some smart decisions and he sold He sold his sharing, but he bought T Fuel, Theta Fuel. So Theta Fuel was really cheap back then. Anyways, Theta Fuel went to like 40, 50 cents. Anyways, he had 1.5 million Theta Fuel, T Fuel. So he made a lot of money on T Fuel, but I don't know what he bought in. So who knows? But difficult times. Venezuela's in trouble now. Gas crisis. Wow. That was useless as ever. OZ Nicholas. It was useless as ever. Shout out to OZ. Useless as ever. Lou the Don. Share printing millionaires as we speak. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Like I said, once all Tim needs to do is flick the switch. Like everyone is kind of looking at the sharing Block Explorer. So you keep an eye on Block Explorer, and that's why I'm saying, because we don't know like the state of when Tim is going to flick that switch. When Tim Boss, like the CEO of Sharing, if you're new to my channel and you're watching this, when Tim decides to flick the switch and put all these masternodes to go like full throttle, and the businesses that he has acquired or partnered with, when he flicks that switch, man, it's all over. Like, it's going to be crazy. People are going to FOMO in hardcore. They're going to fear missing out. They're going to FOMO in hardcore. They're going to be like, what the F happened? How come I didn't buy this? Maybe because I didn't listen to Ron and I'm semi-retarded, but semi-useless. But you know what? Because if you're watching this, this is what I'm saying. When Tim decides to flick the switch for flowbacks and all the partners get on board, or they've finished the project rollout implementation and the customer starts firing transactions on the network, it's game over because it's transactional based flowbacks. It was the same, like I said this yesterday, it's the same thing as VeChain and their transactions. They sign up a partner. They're not going to fire transactions the minute they sign them. They got to do the project implementation, the rollout, the testing, do all the due diligence and make sure that everything's working fine, and then fire away. Because I remember VeChain had like 300,000 transactions, 500,000 transactions. It wasn't really firing until they got to like 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, 15 million a day. So it was going pretty crazy. And now price moves, but imagine when it's sharing's time to do that. So a lot of people are looking at the Block Explorer. When you look at the Block Explorer and it actually pumps, and then they also announce news, that's when it's going to get crazy bullish. And then hopefully the timing is good when everything else starts to open up. When everything else starts to open up, like the economy and travel, it's going to be massive, right? So it's going to be huge. But, you know, our private group, we talk about a lot of coins and exactly. Like I was talking to my brother, and sometimes it's like, yeah, you know what? The safe coins are like Sharing and Kusama, and sometimes you got to think it's like maybe you should just bag Sharing and Kusama, like the safe bets, right? Kusama safe, Sharing safe. The other coins are, you know, the earlier you get into a coin, it's more speculative, a lot more risk, but the risk can be, you know, 1,000x, right? Because a lot of the coins that we're getting into now, I don't think a lot of them are going to be around in 3, 4, 5 years. It just really depends on the use case and the adoption of these, right? So think, not financial advice, think about what you're getting into and think if they're going to be around in the future. Like in the competitiveness that they're in that niche, in that space, whether it's API 3 and decentralized APIs, can they afford and maintain like throughout the years and compete against Chainlink? Can they take a percentage of the pie in that market, right? Do they have enough marketing? Do they have enough money for operational cash flow to sustain, to be in business? That's some of the things you got to think about. And if not, if it's questionable, not financial advice, then get out. Take your profits, take your wins, and move on. Maybe bag into SafeCoin. I always say this: profit is profit. Not financial advice, but profit is profit. You don't want to get stuck with nothing. $10 is better than no dollars. Let me catch up to these questions. Shout out to Lou the Don. Thoughts on share after the bull market? So that's a good question. The thoughts on sharing after the bull market. All right, so we're talking about the peak of the bull market, the bull run, whatever. My thoughts on this is it's going to follow Chainlink's trajectory and price before the peak of the bull run. We're not even the peak of the bull run. Well, maybe you are. We don't know. Chainlink went from $2 to $30. Why? Because people were adopting them. People were using them. People needed the services that they offered. And like I said, sharing is offering a service to businesses and to consumers where they don't really need to know about cryptocurrency. They don't need to know about the bull run. They don't need to know about flowbacks. The businesses that sharing brings on, all they care about is solving a pain point, right? The business of sharing and the CEO and their sales team, they don't go in and say, hey, well, we could sell you some tokens and you could become a Moon Lambo when Moon and get a bowl cut, like and get an Asian bowl cut. No, they don't do that, right? They're like, how do we solve your pain points of vaccinations and help open up the economy without knowing too much of technical terms of blockchain? Let me integrate a few lines of code to integrate our platform so you're on the blockchain and we could provide you something that'll help open up the economy in a safe fashion. That's what they're all about. And at the end of the bull market, those businesses don't care because the variants of concerns and vaccines are going to be with us for like, 5, 6, 7 years. So as long as those municipalities, governments, countries, provinces are still using the sharing ledger, the app, to open up the world and make sure everyone has a PCR test, a vaccine, a COVID test, business as usual. Us crypto heads care about the flowbacks that are coming because it's making our pockets deeper and fatter, where those businesses are still operating. So after the bull run, that's what's going to happen, right? And it's not just vaccines. And I said this yesterday, it's the sharing ledger and self-sovereign identity, because self-sovereign identity is just not vaccines and COVID pass. Like the possibilities are endless when it comes to self-sovereign identity. Anything with your phone where you need to secure login. You need to do a secure login to do your banking, secure login to attend an event, to store documents, universities, schools. There's just so much you can do with self-sovereign identity. Then we talk about travel. Then we talk about Amazon Shop. Then we talk about insurance. Like, it's crazy, right? And we're only thinking just small pieces of what sharing does. If you think of the bigger picture, think about how bullish it is. So that's why I'm saying sharing has a great future, And if you're watching this and you're new to the channel, you just really have to watch my videos, because it's like I talk about sharing a lot, and I probably sound like a broken record to like everyone in my private group and people who know me in the public group, right? But it's important that I educate people on what sharing does. So sorry if I sound like a broken record, but that's my thought on sharing after the bull run is, yes, we're going to have a dip, but I don't think it's going to be a significant dip like what we experienced in 2017, because a lot of them aren't around and a lot of them were based on white papers. But when it comes to utility coin use case coins like Cardi Chain, VeChain, sharing, they will last because they're providing an enterprise solution, enterprise business that their customers don't care about blockchain. They care about solving their pain points, right? So as long as the ledger is performing transactions for us crypto heads, it's better, right? And then as we enter the peak of the next bull run, at least we're not going to be at the 0.002 levels in price. At least we're, as the months and the quarters go by, at least we'll maintain a different level of support, right? Last year in April, our support was 1 penny. Then we went to 2 pennies. Then we went to 5. Then we had a dip, and now support is a little different, right? So shout out to DC. Triple TG superfan Myers. Where's Myers at? Yeah. Shout out to Michael Ayers. Shout out to VeChain Vami. Huge share lover. Shrami Kai Omi. Yo, I give respect to Vammy because Vammy held strong on Tacardia chain, and now he's a multi-millionaire. So shout out to Vammy. Vammy and his Kai. It's funny, you know what? In Delta app, so in Delta app, you can create your current portfolio, and then I named my other portfolio called previous portfolio, and I do this. I'm like, oh, man, right? But I know in the long run, like, not in the long run, in short term, like sharing is gonna like, because I sold a lot of tokens for sharing, and it's painful now, but I know where sharing is going, or I think I know where sharing is going, so I'm okay. Like, I would have had an extra 200, 400, 600,000 in my pocket. I could have bought a Wen Moon Lambo, right? But hey, life goes on. But I know where sharing and my other coins, like, I won't reveal my whole bag, but I got Kusama is one of my bullish coins, Polkadots, sharing. But our bags are doing fine. Share is bear market resistant. Yeah. Full man said it all. Hey, David C, what's going on? Anyone and no one wants to sell their sharing. Yeah, that's good. Mark Fenton, shout out to Mark Fenton. Are you guys looking at PAC Global, MN passive income? You know what? I'll take a look at PAC Global, PAC Global. Let me look at that. Yeah, I bought near KSM top, but 2 to 5x better than 0. Yeah. You know what? Like, so with Kusama, I'm super bullish on Kusama. It's just hard for me to bag more, because when I want to bag more, it's going to be like, okay, you got 4 tokens. It's like, man, it seems so crap. But when you think of Kusama, just think of the percentage gain. Someone told me, so I started speaking about Kusama. My brother and I were talking about Kusama at $60. We were talking about $60, and then, I remember this conversation. I was going to go see a client. I was driving. And I'm like, yeah, we're talking about Kusama, like how bullish it is, right? It's $60, $68. And, typical me, I forget to buy it. I only buy a little bit at $60. And then it goes to 90, and I'm like, what the hell? Then it goes 100, and then it's game over. Then it goes 100, 120, 130, 150, 175, 220, 250, 350, 5. But anyways, that's the story of my life. So Kusama, where do I think it's going? I think Kusama has a huge future. It's half the supply of Bitcoin, and that's why I'm so bullish on Kusama. Kusama's half the supply, less than half the supply, 9 million for Kusama. It's a cult. Like, look, if you've dug deep into Kusama and the Kusama chain, go to the Kusama network, polkadot.js/network, click on Kusama, switch network. You'll see the validators and the people who were staking on it. You'll notice there's no kill switch for Kusama. It's completely decentralized. They have 1,000 validator node program plus validators, so it's almost impossible to take down Kusama. So if you can't take down Kusama and it's run by the community, it's completely community based. It's like Bitcoin. It's a huge cult, Kusama. So that's why I'm so bullish on it. And I'm going to continue to buy at these prices at 550, 600, 700. I'll continue to buy because Bitcoin's at 60,000 and Kusama's at 500, and Kusama has half the supply. Right, Kusama's not going anywhere. You need to get on the Polkadot network. You got to start testing on Kusama. You want to go on a Polkadot. You want to go on Kusama. You're going to need to do some kind of pair chain lease offering, or get it onto Plasm, or Moonbeam, or whatever, and get some Kusama tokens. So ShopX, I did. Peter, ShopX, I did check it out. You know what? The pre-sale, I think, was like 4 cents or something like that, and now it's like $2. But you know what? I'm saving my coins for Refinable. I keep forgetting because I was gonna buy ShopX, but then I said, you know what? Let me save some money for Refinable. I want to get into Refinable because I think with Refinable, I'm gonna take a look at PAC Global. Shout out to Mark Fenton. So with Refinable, I like the concept of having a marketplace. So the marketplace on the Binance Smart Chain, right, doing BSC transactions because it's cheap. So, and I heard a lot of, influencers getting on refinable. So I want to save some money for refinable, but not a lot. Like I said, my main thing is like I'm bagging Kusama, Polkadot, Omi, OMI. I'm not sure. Yeah, I got a lot of my own Omi. OMI bag is fine. 4 million for 4 million for a sharing masternode. You bought Kusama at 420. I'm not looking back. Yeah, I like Kusama. Shout out to TZ Ballymuns. Shout out to Ballymuns. Thanks for being an admin. So Ballymuns is an admin in the open group. So I just Ballymun's a nice dude. I'm gonna see Ballymun's in Vegas, and I reach out to Ballymun and say, hey, you're in the chat quite often. And one time we got a lot of like porn spam, right? There's lots of crazy like images, right, in the free group, and I was like, what the F is going on here, right? And I think I was out, so I didn't have time. I was driving. I didn't have time to look and delete all the things. And anyways, it would have been nice if there was other admins. Like right now, Wade is working like 120 hours a week. So, that poor bastard is working 120 hours. So he's working too much. I'm gonna start putting some depends on him. Just kidding, Wade. If you're watching this, shout out to ETZ. When Vegas soon. Omi, 25 cents peak of the bull run. You know what? Okay, so Omi 25 cents. I'd be happy with 25 cents, but I think OMI can go a lot higher than 25 cents. It just depends on how much they can burn. If they can prove they can burn a lot and they can get more characters and figures and NFTs, it will burn a lot and it'll surprise us. So I'm betting that it's going to go higher than 25 cents only because of the burn, what they're doing. And the adoption is there. Mass adoption is already here. Like, they don't have enough products to come out with. That's a good sign, right? So I think Omi is going to do very, very, very well in the bull run. So, but I'm not cutting any of my bags. I'm not selling, not swing trading any of my bags. I might swing trade something, but I doubt it. I'm going to keep everything that I have. And yeah, let me catch up to these questions. Yeah, ITZ, I'm pumped for staking too, because our sharing's collecting dust, right? And everyone wants to stake. You know why? You know why I'm excited? Yeah, I'm excited for the passive income and the staking, but I'm more excited because we're going to be getting rewarded based on flowbacks, based on the transactions that Tim brings on, that Tim brings like customers on to the share ledger. So at least by then we can see how bullish transactions are, right? Imagine Tim comes out and says, wow, we've signed 20 countries on to the share ledger. Imagine the future of the share ledger block explorer, right? It's going to be like pumping like crazy. So that's what everyone should be looking forward to, is staking, but not so much, because I don't think we're going to get like huge percentage numbers in the beginning, because like I said, sharing still needs to onboard these customers, do the test, do the pilot, roll it out. Okay, great. Transactions start. But fast forward a year and a half from now, where do you think we're going to be? It's going to be crazy. Because like I said, the team is hiring, the team is hiring, and the team is growing. And they're experiencing growing pains right now, so it's big. Yo, Dev, shout out to Dev. I thought you got angry at me and you just decided to leave and said adios. But yeah, I'm excited for passive income too, because the tax man is just busting my balls for my corporation. Anyways, yeah, the tax man, I've been doing some crazy taxes, and my accountant called me right before I started the stream, and I was just like, yeah, do what you got to do so I don't have to pay so much, but I don't want to get called by the government and I don't want to get audited. I don't mind paying I don't mind paying the government. I just don't want to get a return, like, you know, basically to the tax man, where I'm claiming a refund where I want money. I'm like, I don't want that. I go, if I owe the government, I'm fine. Like, I don't mind paying, but I don't want to collect a check, because then they'll call me, because I've been audited. Not been audited, but I've worked with the government where they're like, let me see, where is this claim? What's that claim? What is it doing? It's a nightmare, because you got to search for all of your records and your receipts and submit them. And if you have a question, it kind of goes back and forth, and it's annoying. It's hell of annoying. Anyway, that's taxes. Shout out to Goon. Let's go with sharing. Enric. Oriana, do you expect a pump for Omi today? Probably. Shout out to HP. Shout out to HP. We buying flights now. That's what the live is for. Hey, HP, did you check out Bit Refill? Bit Refill is pretty crazy, huh? Old holdings in BS. I hate looking at it. Yeah. So in my old holdings, like I said, everyone knows I had StormX, Cardano, Theta, Polka Starter. Like I said, I think I would have another extra 600,000. It's painful. Yeah, it's painful, man. It's hella painful. Peter, yeah, I took a look at ShopX. I'm not sure if I want to get in ShopX. Maybe. Mike Osho. Man, I hope DOT follows K. Yeah, me too. I wish I converted a lot of my DOT to KSM, but you know what? I'm fine. I'm just going to keep my DOT bag as it is. I might convert a little bit to Kusama, but I think I want to wait for maybe a crash on Kusama, but I don't think so. Kusama is just so strong. Like, I love Kusama. Like, Kusama and DOT. It just, where Polkadot is going, and everyone is just saying powered by Polkadot. Powered by, integrating with Polkadot, powered by. So if you see this, where do you think everyone's going to go? People aren't building on Cardano. People aren't building on Harmony One. People aren't building on, well, people are building on Zilliqa. But when you look at mass adoption, where is everyone building on? People are building on Polkadot. And before you go on Polkadot, you need to go on Kusama. That's why I'm super bullish on Polkadot, and that's why I'm not going to sell my Polkadot until probably the next bull run. I'm just going to use Polkadot as my passive income from Kraken or whatever to help me retire. Like, and that's why I keep saying, like, well, for me, I keep bagging Polkadot for my yield farming. So I yield farm, and I'll buy like 100 here, 100 there when it dips. So, like I said, open up CoinGecko, go on the 24-hour every day, check what's on the dip. If you see something in the dip and you're yield farming and you're making passive income, take some out of your liquidity pool and buy those dips. Keep buying those dips. Not financial advice, but that's what I do. I keep buying dips. I bought the dip on Pancake for $9. I bought the dip on Auto Farm for $2,000. You look at Auto Farm's like $5,000. You look at Pancake I bought at $9 on the dip, and now it's back to $18, right? So if you're yield farming and you're doing yield farming successfully, pull out your LP, pull out the rewards that you've made. Keep a log in Excel to say that you started with 400 Pancake and you've made, 70 Pancake, 470. Take out the 70 and buy your dips. Not financial advice. AAPX to 500. Ludadon. Joe Blockchain. CryptoHead says FXRP. Ted Omi Peak. How do you join the Telegram group? Just check out one of my YouTube videos. There's links there. My opinion on Track. Track is a good one. I like Track. DMAX, shout out for all your advice. No problem. Omi has 100 plus licenses and we only see a dozen of them. Yeah, I'm big on Omi. Like I said in my video, there's going to be a bubble. There's going to be a pop for NFTs. The major players are going to last in the NFT market. So right now, the cryptocurrency, like us crypto investors who invest, like buy on Binance and whatever, Majority of people are bullish on Omi. They've seen what Omi has done. They've seen what partnership. So everyone knows Ecomi. Now it's mass adoption for the non-crypto people, which will come because I think Ecomi is gonna last. Within the bubble and the pop, Ecomi is gonna last because, like Dev said too, they've got 12 licenses that are out or characters, and they have 100 plus licenses. It's crazy, and every time they do a sale, it's gonna burn. So eventually, Ecomi is gonna, like, if they keep selling, even though they have 750 billion supply, and they only have 100,000 users, and they have no products to sell because it just goes like within seconds. Literally, it goes within seconds. You try and buy something when they release something, like my yellow donkeys are the good luck charm. That yellow donkey I ain't selling. But every time they come out with a pre-sale or a sale, it's sold in seconds. Imagine when they get 100 licenses, and it's probably not going to stop. They're going to probably start to NFT different things and get in. And it's not just NFTs. They're getting to AR and VR. So imagine the burn on Ecomi, right? Ecomi is going to be big. Not financial advice. I think Ecomi is going to be huge because they have mass adoption, and where they're going is going to be big. AR and VR plus all of the licenses and the brand deals. So if you're not on Omi, get on Omi. Not financial advice. I'm not more bullish on Omi than sharing. Sharing's just like the king of tokenomics. But I like Omi a lot. If you're an Omi and you've never heard of sharing, you should buy sharing. Sharing is a no-brainer. Ecomi is a no-brainer. Cardia Chain's good. I like Cardia Chain, but I like sharing better because sharing is global. Sharing is just not sharing. Like Tim Boss said. Tim Boss said it very, very well. Tim Boss said the journey for sharing and its product starts from your back pocket with your phone. That's how bullish it is, right? The journey starts from here, from the back pocket. It doesn't, like IATA, which is like the International Aviation Authorities, right? Their journey starts from aviation, from the airplane, and it ends when you get off. That's it. Where sharing can do that, plus your travel, plus your experiences, everything else, right? Events that you want to do, your passport, your ID, the booking, the hotel, the car, right? It follows you from your pocket to the continuation of everything else. Shout out to Jay. What's going on, Jay? So that's why I'm so much more bullish on sharing. It's global. Cardia Chain has a great feature. I think Cardia Chain will do well. They're very strong in the Vietnamese market. They have their dual node system, right? So they'll do well. They're doing well, right? The supply is low, so that's the great thing about Cardia Chain. They have a strong team and they have great partnerships in Vietnam. Wow, finally Tron is burning some stuff. Tron supply is just crazy. What about Kylan? I don't know. Flowbacks. So we saw flowbacks 9 cents today. So we saw 9-cent transactions today for sharing flowbacks. So if you got like 9-cent flowbacks, that's pretty crazy. So the average transaction is 2 to 5 cents, but like today we saw 9 cents as one transaction. So 9 cents, 9 cents, which was pretty crazy. VeChain, not yet. Buffering my brain. PundiX price prediction. Oh man, I don't want to talk about PundiX because I'm upset that I could have been a millionaire with PundiX. It's crazy when you look at. Okay, so if you were to buy Spark Point last year and PundiX at the same time, like around April, If you spent 5,000, you would have had like close to $1,000,000. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that story because I was right about to buy it after a live stream, and something happened. I didn't. Holding Omi to the next bull run? No, I don't think I'll hold Omi in the next bull run because the coin that I'm holding more for the next bull run is probably sharing, because they've got passive income staking, and the way staking works is based on flowback. So as sharing onboards more customers, like I said, they're business enterprise customers that don't care about cryptocurrency and blockchain. I think we're going to get rewarded fairly nice, like pretty nice, with flowbacks for sharing. So my plan is to keep majority of sharing, because I don't think, $1 or $2, that's nothing. When I see here $1, $2, I think the number for sharing could go a lot higher. It's going to be hard to bag 10,000 sharing. Watch this video in a year and mark these words. It's going to be difficult to buy 10,000 sharing. It's affordable to buy 10,000 sharing now for 9 cents, okay? It's a little difficult to buy 100,000 sharing right now because it's going to cost you 10 grand US. $10,000 US is a lot of money for a lot of people. But mark these words and look at this video in a year from now. Bagging 10,000 sharing is going to be a lot, right? So my plan is to keep majority of the sharing for the next bull run, because $2 and $5 is nothing, I think, right? Obviously, you're going to take some profit, right, in the bull run, but I'm counting on my other bags to sell, and I'm not going to sell Kusama. I'm not going to sell DOT, so I'm counting on my other bags to sell, and that's why I like to bag different coins, like Reef, like API, Spark Point, a whole bunch of other coins, because I'm counting on those to do well. But obviously, I'm going to take profit. Like if sharing goes to $1, yeah, I'll take profit. If Kusama goes to like 4, actually, no, I don't think I would sell Kusama even. Like the supply for Kusama is just, it's so sexy. It's like so low. It's crazy. It's like 9 million, 60% is gone. Shout out to JA, Hot Milk. Crypto Pit, got my bags of sharing, Reef, and Omi. I'm ready to roll. Nice. Share, Reef, and Omi. Yeah, I like that bag. More transactions mean higher. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I don't want to say anything about that. VeChain's a beast. VeChain will do well. My bag for VeChain isn't as big as it was before, but VeChain will do well because it's enterprise, it's utility, it's adoption. VeChain continues to burn transactions. Partnerships are big. They'll dominate Asia and Walmart and traceability, right? Supply chain is different for VeChain because I'm in supply chain. Like my tech companies, like we do supply chain solutions. So supply chain solutions on a global scale, maybe adoption will take 5 years or more, but for traceability and tracking, it'll do well. And VeChain, because VeChain is an ecosystem, they got Player, they have Shaw, they have 8 Hours Foundation, they have OceanX. All of those things are growing and they're contributing to transactions. So imagine the transactions for VeChain, they will burn a lot. And if VeChain fails, all of those partnerships are going to fail. Like knock on wood, like it's almost impossible to say that VeChain is going to fail. Then the ecosystem for like the other chains that are on it, like 8 Hours Foundation, OceanX, Shaw, they'll go to crap. But I don't see that happening. Gas prices. Your opinion on voting on transaction prices on VeChain, Thor, blockchain, up or down? Up, down, same. I would like to see the VThor gas price go up, but the thing is that because in order to use VET or the VET ecosystem, you need gas. You need VThor gas, right? So the businesses they understand that they need VTOR gas. So if you need VTOR gas, how much are you going to charge your business customers, right? So I don't know. But like Jason Rockwood said too before, like you get a package. Like they don't pitch cryptocurrency, or they don't say you're going to need X amount of VTOR to operate on the VeChain ecosystem. They bundle it all up so the customer doesn't have to even see VTOR. It's the same thing with sharing. They don't pitch crypto because those customers, I'd say 99% of customers that VeChain serve, they don't want to deal with cryptocurrency, right? They don't want to deal with a Binance wallet. They just want to operate business. So they package in a solution and leave crypto out of it, but within that price model, VTOR is factored in. Like, it's kind of like sharing. Drew says, I picked up a lot of share. I too think it's an awesome project. Nice. Cicely M, what's your thought on strategy in the bear market? I have a strategy. Anyways, come to my private group. I have a private group. You can talk about exit strategies. In our private group, I have a Kajabi app, and I talk more. That's where I spend most of my time, in the private group, just because I don't know. Just we had an open group. The private group's nice because, like I said, I spend 90% of my time there, and it was like kind of like the OGs that kind of follow me from day one, and we have a nice hidden gem group on that side, so that's cool. Yeah, fine. So there's two coins that I'm looking at. A couple of coins is Refinable and Insurance Finance. So INFI. So Infine is one that I'm looking at. So Refinable, I'm waiting for too. I just kind of been lazy doing some more research on it because there's so many coins, right? Shroom changed. Oh wow, cool. Yeah, Storm X is getting noticed. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, that's it for the live stream. I'm gonna go eat, have some food. Just wanted to hop in and take a break from video editing and all that stuff. So, anyways, thanks for joining the stream. Speak to everyone soon.